All right. So I think that's us. That's all of us. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. We're super excited to unveil some of our new features as well as products. It's been a long time coming. Yeah, we're today we will be talking a little bit about what's new this fall and what we've brought to you. So before I even get started, I wanted to say that I mean it's been a year where we've actually set out to become this end-to-end visual communication platform for you guys to help you and your brands scale your branded content from one platform into one seamless workspace. One of the biggest struggles among many businesses and creative teams that come to Xara on a daily basis is that they spend or used to spend a lot of time on the creation process or the creative process because they worked with a lot of disjointed tools. As a matter of fact, 16% of most of their time was actually spent looking for files that were scattered all over the place across drives or across Slack, tons of different places. And when you go into the accounting side of things, you do realize that it's about an hour and a half per day, which if you do the math is a lot of time per week. I mean, it's almost a whole day per week just being thrown away. And that's even if you found those files, right? Not accounting for the time it actually, or the what it costs to recreate them, right? So just do the math for a team of 5 or a team of 10, and it's quite expensive. So we set out to create this point of reference and a place where teams can easily access, find, and share all their creative assets faster than they would with these disjointed tools or Google Drive and Slack, and going here and there to find. Basically to create a home or a place to keep their brand expression consistent, accessible, and engagement. So as you probably already knew in the past, Xara already allowed you to organize assets by taxonomy and docs, images, logos, even design components. So we took this a little step further, a couple of steps further, I want to say. So maybe instead of showing you a presentation, I will actually jump into the product and show you what I mean, right? So let's jump back into the presentation real quick. As you probably knew it, you were previously able to have a very easy in-doc content creation tool, obviously because you had your team assets over here where you would be able to bring in all your creative assets and easily have them there organized for you. So you would be able to pick them and basically plug them in and put them into your document. Now, what we did was taking this a step further because we wanted to make sure that it's not just about creation, it's about collaboration, it's about sharing, it's about being able to add that consistency to your brand, to your creative assets, right? You're constantly creating all these documents and ensuring that people out there are getting a sequence of great brand experiences, and one could break it all. So we're just ensuring that you still climb up the ladder with every step that every content step that you take. So what did we do? We brought your creative assets to your homepage. So now you're able to not only upload or organize from here, you're also able to, you will also be able to also bulk upload, to rename, to also go back and download things, to, let's just go into images for now, and to share them with the rest of your team by simply clicking on them. And yeah, just you can, obviously, as you can see here, you can rename, download them. And what's more, obviously, you'll be able to soon tag them and see them and find them in a much easier manner. So this is where that stance. But as I mentioned earlier, we want to ensure that your consistency and your speed just reach a new level. So as some of you know, we have team templates. Team templates are part of your creative asset library, your digital asset library. And essentially they are replicable templates that you create for your brand to be used with one click. And so everything looks, everything has the same feel, and it continues to, and people can continue to create faster, right? So what you can do now is you can obviously share them in a much easier way, which is by just copying the link, and people will be directly able to come in and replicate them. So if you're working with franchisees, for example, this is a very common use, and they need a particular presentation or a particular creative asset that or document that needs to look like and feel like a brand. This is how you ensure that they can create it fast. They can download it, create or recreate a new document from it without breaking the original one. So that's a pretty nifty change that we brought on. Matt, I don't know if you have any questions for now relating to team assets, but you do let me know if there's anything coming up.
One of the questions that came in was about how do I distribute these assets and let my team know that we have this central library?
Yes, absolutely. So obviously you can invite them. It's pretty simple, or you can simply copy a link and share it with them. Let me just go back into the document and show you the whole process to run you through it and ensure that that everyone is on the same page. So perhaps I'll just go ahead and open a team asset right here, which happens to be a previous presentation that we gave not long ago about our new creative tools, which we'll touch upon in a minute. So in terms of team templates, obviously, I just wanted to show how to save them and all that. Obviously, you can save them as a template, and people will be able to obviously see them. In terms of sharing your creative assets, yeah, obviously, what you'll be able to do is invite people and straight from your team assets. And let's grab a component perhaps and make them available to them as such. You can also download them. I don't know if that answers the question. Obviously, you can all share them from a document, from a, let's go back to a team document. And let's go to team template actually. Let me just share it with who shall it be? Paulo, perhaps our most prudent and safest person to work with, our designer. So let's just bring him in. So share it with others. And obviously, you can type in their email. Let's just go with Paulo. And you can add a message in here to obviously ask for them to view it or to access it, and they will obviously get a notification right away. They will get an email, and they'll be able to obviously access all these documents and assets always at their fingertips. Great. So maybe I'll jump back into the presentation real quick. So another very exciting announcement is that we have actually formed a partnership with Icon. So Icon is basically the largest database of free customizable icons and stickers in the world. So now basically your team has access to a 7 million branded icon library for you to use. So essentially icons, logos, stickers that look exactly like your brand. You can save them for your team. And what this really means for you is that you're saving a ton of time and money that you'd otherwise spend creating all these assets or looking for them or icons. And they're always accessible to your team. So they will always, everything will always continue to look the same. And perhaps let's just remove this here and do a quick demo of how that works, right? So once you hit on the side, once you go on the side and you hit icons, you'll see all these different icons. Let's just look for a flat icon maybe. Okay, so let's just drag it in. And as you can see, it was the original one was black, but we have our Xara branding applied to it, and it now is part of our icons. Now, you might be wondering, like, how do we make sure that we have a shortcut to them, or that our team has, you know, your most used icons available to them all the time? And that's actually pretty easy. Let's just do a quick demo of it. So as you can see here, it's already selected. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add it to my assets. I'm going to add it as a logo because it is a logo actually, but I could add it as a component. Perhaps it's something that you would like to include on a table, or perhaps something that you'd like to include in a particular design that you're creating, perhaps like the one that's above it that I created. And yeah, it's as simple as literally just making it a component. Now it's available to you. I can basically go into assets, and as you'll see, it's in the components. I can just drag it in and it will be there. Or you can save it as a logo, of course. That's also another possibility. But no matter what icon you're working with, it's all yours. It will always be branded. It will always represent what your brand stands for. And what's great about them, I mean, in its most general terms, is that obviously they can represent all these general concepts in a more efficient manner than words, right? No one likes a presentation full of bullet points or full of blocks of text. They break text, they generate engagement, they convey ideas in a much faster way. Yeah, essentially it's a way to easily simplify the way you communicate with your audience and create better engagement. Obviously, it's fair to say that you can search by color, you can do monocolor, different colors, or gradients in terms of shapes as well. You can look for different outlines, fill, and it's a very, 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 very swifty and nifty business tool that we do use quite a lot, as you can probably see up here already. And I suggest that you do too.
Yeah, and Alfonso, just to add to that, what real quickly is that they're fully editable. So there are SVGs that you can click on. You can edit, delete individual objects, change colors, change sizes, delete whatever, and make the icons your own. So you have a fully editable flat icon editor with Xara Cloud in the web.
Absolutely, that professional finish, basically in a couple clicks. Great. So the other great surprise that we had for you that hasn't been announced to the world is that visualizing data with Xara just got a lot easier, or visualizing data in general for your business just got a lot easier. So now, long gone are now the days of having to grab and create tables and work with difficult to view Excel sheets and all that. Now, basically, you can compare visualize and easily put your products out there in a way that people understand them faster, visualize data faster, and compare everything in a really slick manner with our tables. So essentially, you can basically slice them and dice them any way you want. You can merge cells. Maybe we can do that. So as you can see, product C has everything. Maybe we'll grab product A and product B by basically pressing Shift and product A, product B. And as you can see, our context bar has already detected that we are creating this this table, or that we have this table over here, and we want to merge cells. So essentially what we're going to do is ensure that product A has all these attributes to be compared to product C. And you can basically merge and put the table together in any which way you want. So it's extremely simple. Perhaps what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it right now, and I will actually bring in a brand new table. So in whichever way you're visualizing data, it's important to know that obviously these come in extremely handy when you're trying to, whether it is that you're creating a pricing page or a product sheet, or you're trying to manage a single project or several projects at once. Chances are that you're using a table, you're probably using some complicated tool like Excel or something that doesn't allow a lot of simple visual communication of it, and this in a way simplifies it for you. All the formatting is already in place, so all you have to do is just sit back and enjoy. So let's just grab perhaps this income statement, or hold on, let's see what we have. So as you can see, we have quite a variety. We've added a ton of tables of all different use cases for your business. Let's just grab perhaps this project table. Looks pretty slick. Let's drag it in. Boom. And let's just move it here. So as you can see, oops, sorry, I dragged two in. My bad. Slow computer. Okay. So essentially now working with tables and working with data just got extremely easy. Let's just maybe change the background of this. Let's make it darker. And essentially the full table is customizable. You're able to essentially summarize all your findings or all your products in one place, easily compare things and have them out. Again, if you're working with a website, or if you're working with print work or digital documents, these all adapt to them. So you're always they're always available to you to change them and pretty much do anything to them. So if I want to, again, merge them, let's just do that. And of course, I can add them to my assets. It's super simple. I can just add them as such, and I'll add them as a component and keep them for later for my team to use them. Matt, is there anything you'd like to add about visualizing data with
Yeah, I would. I mentioned something in the chat, and basically, you know, tables are the most commonly used layout function for documents. It's a great way to organize content, lay things out in a very simple and clean way. And the thing about Xara tables, it's not limited by any text or image or object. You can put basically anything in those cells. So even if you think about for our desktop users in the audience, websites are usually laid out in a kind of a table feel, or things left, right, middle, 3, 4 across. And this table tool and functionality is all available in the Desktop Plus editions as well. So think of tables in a layout fashion as well, not just something like here where you're projecting some numbers in a simple table. But it's a great area. And on the desktop product as well, there was just a release this week that had, I don't know, 10 or 15 improvements specifically on tables as well. So it's an area that we see our users using a lot, and it's an area that we continue to invest in that will only get better here in the coming weeks and months.
Absolutely. And speaking of which, for those of you who didn't know it, I know that there's a lot of people who are very new to Xara and who have only just been with us for maybe a week or two. We just launched 3 products, our creative tools, Xara Designer Pro Plus, Photo and Graphic Designer Plus, and Web Designer Plus, all standalone products that allow you to harness your creativity with simple tools. If you are looking for full-fledged design tools, this is where you would be able to harness all that potential. They of course work with Xara Cloud, and you can obviously mix and match the full power of Designer Pro Plus with us. So essentially, bring in your creative teams as well as your business teams into one spot, and simplify how your brand works with them. So in terms of Photo and Graphic Designer Plus, basically anything that goes from simple image retouching or social media posts, or basically creating show-stopping graphics, you can do it in one place. Basically illustration, photo editing, everything is covered over here. So essentially, you're no longer working with the problems of bitmap to vector. Now everything is easily scalable. Everything is super easy to work with. So in a way, it has simplified the way people work with images in a much faster manner. And of course, from the web design side of things, I know that many of you out there are designing websites, or you're working with clients. Now you basically you don't have to go through all the coding hassles. Basically, you're delivering the same and the latest and greatest quality with one tool that allows you to basically launch anything from a prototype that you're creating. Basically, also live prototypes. You're not limited to static pages or anything like that, or designs that you were previously showing. Now it's actual live websites that you can work on with your clients, as well as go to full-fledged e-commerce websites, or obviously landing pages to capture leads. It's super fast, super easy, and you don't have to write a single line of code if you don't need to. And it's obviously everything that you expect from a full-fledged web designing tool, including SEO tools, are all there and ready for you to use them. And of course, our top-of-the-line tool that has been newly fully redesigned and to be is Designer Pro Plus. So essentially, maybe one of the most flexible. Actually, I take that back. Not maybe. It is the most flexible tool out there in terms of design. Basically, anything that goes from desktop publishing or web design, photo editing, even PDF editing, graphic design, it's all in one place, and it's all integrated with Xara Cloud. So you basically can bring in your most complex designs to life, with simple tools that allow you to do that now. And I believe that's my cue. That's Matt's cue, actually.
One of the questions is, Alfonso, am I able to design and publish websites with Xara Cloud? And the answer is yes and no. So you would still do your initial design in rich designs in the desktop product. So that would either be Designer Pro Plus or Web Designer Plus. But once the design is done, you can open, edit, and republish edits to the website through Xara Cloud. So, text changes, image changes, and things like that. And as long as you have your FTP settings saved in the project file, you save those in desktop, and when you open it in cloud, it will recognize those and be able to republish automatically. We continue to improve. You can also edit your mobile variants in cloud as well. So we continue to improve the integration between the products and enhance the functionality. But we have quite a few people using Xara Cloud for those quick on-the-fly updates to websites.
Absolutely. It's a really powerful tool when it comes to, especially working with clients and creating that CMS for you, right? So I think that a lot of people who come do complain about previous tools that they were working with, and the fact that their creative assets or for example, all the images that they were using where they were unable to find them or easily add them to their latest designs or the latest pages, and now they're obviously able to do so in a very fast manner, switch them around and have it out and republish it in a few seconds. Let's see, any other questions that might have come through?
Yeah, one of the questions is are there any end of month promotions happening?
Yes, absolutely. I think Matt, that's your area.
I'm not a sales guy, but anyways, there are two actually promotions running right now. The first one is that for desktop users, there's a 50% discount on your initial first year of running one of the Plus products, of the Plus products, I should say. So that would be Designer Pro Plus, Web Plus, and also Photo Plus. So that discount code is desktop 50, and go ahead and just click the upgrade button in the product. If you're a standalone cloud user, there is a 40% discount. It's called Summer 22 is your coupon code. And just click again the upgrade button in Xara Cloud, and that's for standalone Xara Cloud only. And that works for both monthly and annual plans. If you have any more questions, you can go ahead and just hit contact us in the website, and it'll come to me and our team, and we'll be able to answer you quickly.
Absolutely. Regarding to this webinar, if for whatever reason you do happen to forget about the code or anything, we're always available on the right hand corner in the intercom chat as always. So do feel free to ask for it once again. Let's see. I'm just going through our chat, seeing what's out there, who's interacting.
So another question is for our bundle users or people that want to use both cloud and desktop, how do I get my files to work across both products? The answer is you would leverage a cloud storage provider like Dropbox or Google Drive, OneDrive. So you would, in Xara Cloud, you can connect one of those drives And then obviously on your desktop, you can save it locally, or put the app, one of their apps locally, so it syncs and you can open from there. Or and then that file, you'll be working from the same file and use the cloud storage provider that will sync across both systems. So in the case of the website editing, that's how you would do it. We do have Xara Storage, our own native storage in Xara Cloud, and you'll start seeing that available as well in the desktop products in the coming months. So then you won't have to connect a cloud storage provider. You could just do that same interaction across Xara Storage as well. So we'll clean up that process. But right now, cloud storage works really well. And we have articles in the knowledge base to help you if you need additional or have additional questions on that.
Great. So that looks like the end of it. I don't see any further questions unless I skipped some. I don't think so. Well, if let's see.
Yeah, so one of the questions is about running our desktop products on Mac OS, and there is no native desktop app, a Xara desktop app for Mac OS, although we are compatible and work very well with the Parallels type of environment. So again, there's an article in our knowledge base. If you have more questions on that, you can go ahead and search that, or send us a message and we'll get it to you. But it works really, really well. And we have many people using it as well. Another question is about file search. And this is really one that's personally near and dear to me, as I have hundreds or thousands probably of Xara files. And so we are working on search. File search. This is primarily going to be working for Xara Storage, as I mentioned before. It's got Xara Storage is going to be available across all products in the future, and same with that search. And so you'll be able to search by file name, tags, and some other additional features that we're working on associated with that. So yeah, that's coming, and quick and easy access to files, depending on what product you are, is something that we know is a challenge, especially for our big users, and we hope to solve that.
Yes, so that'll be that's a great question, and actually a great way to end the webinar, being able to let them know that we're really going full out all out on creating a home for all their creative assets, an organized one at that, and a place to easily have everything at your fingertips, and really double down on brand experiences and creative collaboration.
Great.
So that looks like that's it for today. Thank you all once again. Thank you, Matt, once again for bringing us all these updates and information. We hope to see you all in the product. And if you have any questions or anything comes up, do feel free to hit us up on the intercom chat. And yeah, thank you so much once again. Have a fantastic evening or morning, wherever you are. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.